Hey Capricorn, welcome to the Jezebelway Tarot. Today I'm going to be doing your love and separation read for the second half of September. I wanted to say thank you for the 1,400 views for first half love and separation September. Appreciate you guys. We've got Aries, excuse me, I always want to say Aries first. Mars retrograde in Aries, and we have Virgo new moon on the 17th. So retrograde's going to be lasting from September 9 to about November 13 through 16, something like that. And the new moon on the 17th of September. So basically this is a slowing down. It's a time to remove obstacles and to make some change. And then with the new moon coming in, you're going to have some clarity and a renewed motivation to continue projects or relationships or whatever. So pretty busy month. Let's see what we've got for love for you, Capricorn. Okay, never-ending story. So this is about a 10. The number 10. The number 10's the waiting room, right? For where do you want to go? Okay. You closed out a cycle and you're in between beginning a new cycle and going on a new path, right? So kind of looks like to me, maybe this might be a situation of repeat offender, right? You can choose to do things different or you can choose to continue the same old cycle. So let's see what the cards have to say. Okay, yeah, a deception. You can choose to keep repeating it, but I think the deception is not, I mean, it may be another person deceiving you or you deceiving someone else, but I think the deception here is about repeat cycles, right? I think you're deceiving yourself in going in the same cycle with a person perhaps and thinking that you're going to get different results with this person. So let's see what's going on with your partner. Yeah, your person's juggling because they don't want to create conflict in a situation. So they're juggling. It could be juggling two people, it could be job, whatever. But they're doing that in order to prevent conflict. And they themselves want different results this time. So let's see what it is they're juggling. Okay, yeah, they're juggling truth. Shall they rush in and give you truth for the new beginning, or should they keep something to themselves, deception, in order to get this new beginning with you? I have, of course, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So let's see what's going on with you. There's something that they're not telling you because they're trying to gain an outcome in a situation. Maybe something they don't want you to find out. Like I was with Sally while we were broken up. Or whatever, okay? And they're trying to protect what's most precious to them, which is you. But they have something that they need to tell you. And it's kind of like you find yourself in the same position again with them, right? Because it kind of feels like there's always something that they have to tell you that they did that they're not upfront with you about, okay? So let's kind of see what's happening there. Yeah, so here you are carrying the burden, trying to balance everything out, trying to do the right thing with this lover. Okay. Conversation though with them is a little bit bad because number one, they don't tell you what the truth is. They tell you what they think you want to hear, and I think you know that. So let's see why the King of Swords is in reverse. Again, three people, three swords in the heart. Yeah, they're not wanting to tell you about the, they don't want to break your heart, okay? Basically, Capricorn. And you're kind of like, you know what? I'm kind of tired of this situation. Day after day, time after time, we do this. And you're trying to be in control. And I think, in a way, you're trying to be as bad as they are in order to prevent your heart from being broken. So maybe you're trying to take a new approach to it, but I don't know if this is the right approach. But you're trying to prevent your heart from being broken again this time around. So let's see. Because they leave you out and they tell half truths and they don't tell the whole story. So let's see what's going on here, what they want to say to you. You also may be, this also may be a situation in indulging to relieve the stress of carrying the burden of this relationship by yourself, okay? Because that's what you're doing. This person is, they don't want to hurt you, to tell you the truth, but they're not stopping their behavior either. I want you, okay? We have carnal energy here. You don't know how hard it was to let go. The timing just wasn't right for us. Well, maybe so, okay? But it seems like there's a repeat cycle here that keeps happening over and over again. So when is the time right? So let's see what your partner's blocks are. Okay, they're sad about the relationship ending. I think your person probably has a little bit of a drinking problem over here, okay? There's some sort of addiction, overindulgence over here. Switch them if you need to, okay? It kind of looks like to me they're sad that the relationship ends. They're sad things are wasted, okay? But they don't know what they want. Yeah, they don't know what they want. They don't know what they want, but they go in a hurry toward it, if that means anything to you. Yeah. So it looks like to me, basically, when they get drunk or when they overindulge, however it is, they do things that they shouldn't do, okay? Then they don't want to tell you that they did it because they don't want to hurt you. So basically, let's say, for example, your partner, your person gets drunk at the bar, okay? And they hook up with some woman or man at the bar. And they shouldn't do it, but it's like when they get drunk, all this stuff goes out the window for them. All this commitment goes out the window. All your hard work goes out the window. And you're left, you're left when you find out, like being their mom or dad. So it's kind of something like that that's going on. Apply it how you need to, but when they drink or when they get in this situation, they forget about this soulmate commitment. And they forget that they need to pause, okay, and prevent themselves from acting on their impulses. They act on their impulses. They're afraid to tell you because they don't want to hurt you. But here you are carrying the burden of everything over here. So let's see what your blocks are. Your person needs probably to be single. Okay, so what we have here is you covering your cup up every time this happens, right? You're over here covering up your cup because you're kind of like, you know what? I can't believe this shit happened again. I cannot believe I fell for this again. And a never-ending story, right? Again and again and again it happens. And you're like, you know what? Now there's no more opportunities. I'm tired of it. You've had all the opportunities in the world. You've had all the choices in the world. All you want to do is keep me in a state of confusion. So let's see what the blocks between the two of you are. I think they love you, but I think they battle other things here that prevent them from acting right, I mean, they make bad choices, okay? Yeah, so what we have here is an inequality in relationship. There's no equal give and take. And what that means is you're carrying the load of the situation. It's not about how they feel about you. You're carrying the load in the situation, trying to make everything okay again when they act out and they act like a damn fool. You're over here trying to fix everything and put it back together again, okay? And there's no fairness, and also there's no transparency. Because when they do this and they get in this state of mind and they act and behave in a certain way, that's a betrayal to you. They don't necessarily, they're not honest with you about it, right? Which, I mean, I don't know who's going to be honest about that, to be, to say it like it is, but the problem is they can't control their behavior, okay? And if they can't control their behavior, and you're always running back behind them trying to clean it up, you know what I mean? That's a one-sided relationship. So basically putting their foot down on their burdens and facing their issues over here is the block in this relationship. So let's see kind of what's going on for how they feel about you. They have a lot of anxiety in this relationship, not because of you, but because of themselves. They kind of self-sabotage, right? So basically, Capricorn, you're wanting an offer from them. So they know that you want this offer, okay? But in a way, they feel like they hold back from you because the situation is controlling. They feel like, oh, Capricorn controls me and I can't be who I am. But I think that basically they are projecting onto you their own misgivings. And it's kind of like, when you have that little kid and, you tell them how to do something and they want to do it their way, right? And they feel like you're telling them what to do and they just want to be independent and do things their own way. But they can't quite do it. So they end up doing it wrong and you end up having to go back and fix it and show them the right way to do it, right? But they're mad at you and they resent you for it. So you're in a case in which your partner resents you for cleaning up their messes all the time because they can't do things the right way. They can't control themselves. So they want to project onto you their misgivings and their idea that, oh, Capricorn just controls me. That's why I do this. And that's not the case, okay? It's because your person has a codependent personality and probably an addictive personality, and they can't do things, they can't do it themselves because you're always coming behind them and cleaning up their messes. So, obviously, the suggestion is to let them fall on their ass, okay? If they want to project onto you that you control them and that you're always having to clean up after them, quit cleaning up after them. Quit cleaning up after them. Let them fall on their ass. Okay, so let's see how they think about you. I mean, you don't have to be Captain Save-A-Ho over here, Capricorn, okay? All right, they are unapologetic. The issue is, they're unapologetic about some things. They feel like I think they and you feel like this isn't going anywhere because they can't behave, basically, you know what I mean? There's not going to be any apology in this situation. They're not going to come to you and say, Capricorn, hey, you know what? I'm no good for you. I'm really sorry that I keep fucking this up. They're not going to come to you like that. Okay. They're going to act out toward you and they're going to say, hey, you know what? I don't care. I've got to get out of this because you're just controlling me too much and I've got to leave. I'm not fulfilled here. I've got to go find myself over here. And it's not going to move forward. Okay. So that's what they're thinking. They're waiting for the right time, basically, to leave. So let's see Let's see what their intention is for you. You've got a codependent personality here who's in the grips of their addiction or their whatever, okay? And you're not going to be able to fix that for them. They got to fix it for themselves. So their intention is to hold on to you, okay, to move forward and to try to, again, find victory in this situation and have another opportunity. But there's not going to be any stability in this. You're going to be the one building by yourself. They're not going to be any help to you for building because they don't have the capacity to see past this this thing that they're in up here. So let's see what a potential final outcome can be. So, I mean, Capricorn, you're doing all the right things, okay? It's just that you're with somebody who is constantly going to need monitoring and babysitting. You know, and as long as you're willing to play that role with them, hunky-dory. But they're not gaining anything and they're not getting any better by you cleaning up after them, right? So this is about codependency on your part in a big way. All right, so let's see a potential final outcome. Sometimes we have to create boundaries for ourselves, you know? You're going to have the victory in this situation. The problem is you're going to have to create these boundaries and you're going to have to learn to be happy within yourself, okay, first of all, without this relationship. Second of all, you're going to have to learn that this doesn't validate you, okay, and you need to be clear and concise with your boundaries. I think that once you lay down the law, okay, and you're like, hey, you know, that's cool. You went out and got drunk again and brought Sally home. Kids are over there in the bedrooms, by the way. And I got to clean up after you, chase some hoe out of my house or whatever the situation, okay? I'm making it sound really bad, but you know what I mean. And I've had it. These are the ground rules. These are the boundaries. You're going to have to go to rehab or whatever it is you got to do. And I'm going to learn to be happy and live my little life over here and go find some place to stay or whatever. You know, I think once you lay down the law that you need to lay down there, you're going to realize that there's going to be a lot less anxiety in the situation. And you're going to come out of this lack. You're going to have new beginning. You're going to lay down this emotional distress. You're going to move on after you think about this for a little while. You know, you're going to have other opportunities in your world. Well, let's see what their next move may be. I think that they're going to be very sad and overloaded. They're going to try to play the soulmate card, but they're clearly confused about what's going on. I think that they're going to want to use the heartstrings against you pretty good. And I think that they're going to want to regain control in this situation, but understand that this isn't real. This is whatever they're doing, talking. And they'll try to act straight for a little while, and then boom, here it happens again. I just think there's going to be a lot of toxicity moving through this thing as you move this person out the door, okay? I think they'll always be a part of your life. I think they'll try to flip back and forth. But again, you've got to have some hard and fast boundaries with this person. Because what they have here is a codependency issue. You enjoy the spice in the bedroom with them, and they do too, but they're all talk and no action. They're They want to play too many games, and oftentimes you find them in these situations here with somebody else, okay? Because they get messed up. The intimacy is gone, and now it's just landed in obsession. There's obsession between the two of you, which is totally toxic. So the situation needs to be transformed. So basically, it's more talk than it is pleasure, okay? This is a put your money where the mouth is situation. I think at the beginning, you both enjoyed the drama. You both enjoyed the makeup sex, perhaps. You both enjoyed the spice, you know. But after a while, it just became games, and it became a lot of talk and no action. Oftentimes, you'd find them with another man or another woman. Intimacy was shattered. And obsession starts in. You know, they can go out and do whatever they want to, but you're not supposed to do anything. Right? So situation needs to be transformed, and this person's the only person who can do it. But in the meantime, you can set some boundaries and try to figure out how to, you know, how to get yourself out of this situation. And it could not be that dramatic. It could be as simple as, hey, Amy doesn't pay bills, and sometimes our electricity gets cut off because she can't manage the money. And I've got to go back and fix it, and so now I need to manage the money. Maybe it's something as simple as that, you know what I mean? But, I mean, there's some boundaries that have to be laid down because you're not working as a team. You're working by yourself. Yeah, cycles. You're going in and out, in and out, in and out of cycles. This person's running from themselves. Timing isn't right. You guys are out of alignment with one another, okay, in your communication and within your energies, your masculine and feminine energies. Communication is resentful. I think sometimes the makeup sex is probably pretty good, but and who wants to be having makeup sex all the time? Because you got to have fights to have the makeup sex, okay? So, and that's no fun for anyone, right? Well, I mean, you know, it only lasts a little while anyway, okay? So, basically, what you've got is a situation in which you need to figure out why you keep cleaning this person's messes up. Let them fall. Appreciate this moment. 33. This is talking about alignment and being on a path that you don't need to be on anymore. Each and every situation has an opportunity to grow in love. Yeah, it does, but this situation is about tough love. It's about, hey, you know what? I can't continue to try to be in this relationship with you when you drunk all the time and bringing women home. Whatever your situation, something similar to that. So let's get one more card on it and call it a wrap. Capricorn. You got yourself in a rock and a hard place for sure. It's kind of like raising an additional child, this person. Their maturity level and their emotional maturity level is pretty bad. So switch it if you need to. If this is your partner, Capricorn, or cross-watcher, if this is Capricorn, do whatever you need to do. Brilliant idea. Yes, your idea is divinely guided. Please take action to bring your idea to fruition. Prosperity. Your material needs are provided as you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams into reality. Follow your intuition and manifest your dreams into reality. Your idea is right on track. Crystal clear intentions in conversations. Be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. So Capricorn, that's what I have for you. I'll be back shortly with what to expect in retrograde, Mars retrograde.